Hey, it's time for another quickie. And this time it's a ZX Spectrum quickie, and we're gonna have a look at a game that I've never played before actually. Well, I kind of started it up just to check it out and see that it worked. It's a game called Barmy Burgers, published by Blaby Computer Games back in 1983. And I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Blaby and not Blabby or something like that, right? Or if I'm wrong, by all means correct me in the comment section. And Blaby Computer Games was located in the village of Blaby in Leicestershire, UK. And it was founded by a man called John Bayliss in 1983, the same year as this game was released. And they published games mainly for the ZX Spectrum and the Dragon 32 and 64. And it seems like they closed shop sometimes in 1986 for whatever reason. And this game is of course based on the arcade game Burger Time. Or well, based. It's a bit of a rip-off. It's not an officially licensed game. And Burger Time was published by Bally Midway and was released in 1982. And I think practically every home system back in the day had a version of Burger Time, in the form of unofficially unlicensed rip-offs, with the exception of maybe the ColecoVision and the Atari 2600 and possibly the Intellivision video game consoles had officially licensed commercial releases, but on the home computers it was mostly in the form of rip-offs really. Anyway, let's start the game up and see what it's got in store for us. And we've got a pretty nice loading screen now with Mr. Sausage and Mr. Egg chasing each other for whatever reason. Yeah. And then we have the amazing title screen with some very typical squeaks and bleeps from the Spectrum, some sound effects. At least I think it's sound effects and not music, but sometimes it's hard to tell with the Spectrum. And I'm just going to pause the emulator here because the game automatically starts and then it will keep restarting itself. You don't have any way of pausing this damn thing, so that's a bit annoying. And I did play for a bit already because I wanted to make sure it was working, and I had some problems with my controller, so I am playing on keyboard. I hope that's going to be working. It's still a bit wonky to be honest, but hopefully we can get this working, so let's see. Yeah, the game auto starts. There's no way of pausing this thing. So here we are, finally making some burgers, and this is very much like Burger Time, the arcade game. The graphics are quite similar, looks really rather nice. We've got Mr. Egg down there, which I almost murdered. He hasn't got a yellow yolk as he does in the arcade machine. Instead he's got a black hole in his head, which, I don't know, maybe someone shot him in the head. I'm not sure. And he's after me. See if I can pepper him, because we... What? That was a bit weird, because I'm pretty sure I shot some pepper in his face. Maybe he went through the hole, I'm not sure. That was weird. I'm pretty sure I saw the pepper even hitting him, and he still murdered my face. Well, never mind, we've got pepper anyway we can defend ourselves with. As you can see there, got 5 of them. 5 doses of pepper. Please, don't corner me, you bastard. I hate this Mr. Sausage number 1 and Mr. Sausage 2. They are a bunch of complete bastards. But yeah, it's very much like the arcade game, and it looks rather nice, I have to admit. The enemies are a bit weird. The AI is a bit peculiar. I'm not sure what's going on sometimes. Sometimes they just freeze and just sit there doing nothing. Not sure if that is just meant to give you some time to relax or whatever. And sometimes when you freeze yourself, the enemies will stop too and just stand there looking like a bunch of silly foods. Let's see if we can murder the sausage. No, we can't. That's a shame. I don't like this. There's too much food around. God damn it, I was going to fire my pepper, but I didn't. And now it's game over. Yeah. And the game restarts without asking me. That is super annoying. Alright, I'm going to try and kill the egg here. Mr. Egg, please die. Thank you. And the enemy immediately respawns, which is a bit annoying. I would kind of wished for a bit of a break from the action and just get a chance to make some more burgers while the enemies wait for them, you know, while you wait for the enemies to respawn, really. No, don't go, get up. Ooh, that was very close. I was almost sausaged there. Yeah, and as the arcade game, you make burgers by simply stepping on them really hard, and the controls stop responding there. It still doesn't quite work. The controls were even using the keyboard, and for some reason I didn't move there. You just get stuck. I'm not sure why. It just happens. It's super annoying. Not sure if it's something with the emulator or it's possibly the game itself. Not really sure. Come on, move. Yeah, as I was saying before I got completely egged, you do pretty much what you do in the arcade version to make burgers. You step on them. There's food or components of burgers on the floor, like bread, lettuce, and cheese and whatnot, and you just step on them really hard so they fall through the floor, and then, you know, compile a burger at the bottom. That's really not the best of hygiene, I'd say, but hey, I'm kind of glad I'm working on this restaurant and not actually a guest here. And that's weird. Now the enemies have kind of gotten themselves stuck somehow. The sausages are doing something nasty in the corner there. I'm not sure what. It's kind of weird. But yeah, it's a pretty nice game. It's a pretty faithful. What the hell? How did he get me there? It's a pretty faithful conversion, yeah, of the arcade game, I must admit. But the controls are a bit wonky, and again, I'm not sure if it's because of the emulator or what. Come on. Or maybe it's the game itself. The controls are a bit wonky there. I'm not really sure. But it's a pretty tricky game. I'm pretty sure this is more difficult than the arcade version. At least I think so. I haven't really played the arcade version much, but... And I press the button to fire the pepper, and nothing happens. For whatever reason. Alright, Mr. Egg, come on, move! Why are you just standing there like a bunch of foods? That is so weird. Okay, we can hopefully trick Mr. Egg here and get one level done it. Thank you! Well done! Yes, I like my burgers well done. Thank you! We get to enjoy some more lovely Spectrum sound effects. Let's see if we can carry on here. Yeah, definitely not a bad game. I quite like it. If it hadn't been for the wonky controls. And I think there were a couple of different Burger Time clones on the Spectrum. I think there was one called Mr. Wimpy, and this one, and probably a bunch more. I don't think I played any of them though. These were pretty early games, and I don't think I even had a Spectrum when this game was released, so... Alright, it's going slightly better now. Oh, hello, Mr. Sausage, what are you doing here? Please don't do nasty things to my behind here. Get away from me, you annoying sausages. Yeah, the AI is so weird. It's so unpredictable and annoying. Alright, we can do this. Let's... Come on, Mr. Egg, don't come down, don't come down. Oh, we've done it. I was level 1, right? Yeah. I've died so many times I can't keep track of it. Otherwise, I don't think I've played any other Burger Time clones or any officially licensed versions of the game. Actually, I did play the arcade version in MAME a bit. It's quite fun as I remember it. Come on, get up, get up, get up. The controls still get stuck for whatever reason. But I'm getting into this now. It's going much better. And it's quite satisfying having, you know, flattened Mr. Egg or Mr. Sausage with a big burger ingredient. Go away, go away. Don't hang around here. Oh, shit. That sausage turned around quite unexpectedly, I must admit. Come on, I just want to do one more level. Is that too much to ask? Let's see if we can pepper this thing. Yeah. Oh no, don't corner me. Don't flipping corner me. It's so easy to waste your peppers as well because it's hard to time. You tend to press it too early or too late, so you tend to at least waste one pepper portion. That was perfectly timed, though. I'm happy about that. Let's see if we can get to level 3. I'm not sure what happens, if anything, if the difficulty increases on the higher level, so to speak. Come on, Mr. Sausage, come over here. Don't hang around on the right corner, on the left corner, I mean. That's really not good. This is probably a bad idea. Let's do it. Let's do it. No, please don't. Please don't. Oh, you bastard sausage. Oh, we've got one more. Dude, let's do this. This should be level 3, right? Well done. Lots of points for me. Good times. Yeah, the game looks really rather nice, I'd say. Looks very much like the arcade game. Well, of course, the graphics are a lot smaller and a lot less colourful, of course. But this is the Spectrum, so you can't get everything, and I think I missed my attack there. So, yeah. Not a bad game, and a pretty decent conversion of Burger Time, I have to admit. But I think I'm done playing this. It's okay, but definitely more fun games to play on the Spectrum than this one. But before we end the video, we're going to have a look at a couple of reviews for the game. And I've only actually found 2 very short reviews of the game, and that's probably because back in 1983, when this game was released, there weren't that many gaming magazines to review Spectrum games. But I found one in Home Computing Weekly, and they gave it 3 out of 6 stars, so pretty average. And I found another one in Crash, where they basically just recommend the game, and they also give it credit for nice sound and graphics, which is, yeah, well, they're okay for the early days, I suppose. Not the greatest graphics I've seen on the Spectrum for sure, but yeah, 83 was really, as I've said, early days. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this rather short look at Barmy Burgers, and hope to see you around in the next video and all that stuff. Cheers.